Hello, it's Saturday, May 10th, 2025 at 9:46 p.m. I think I can. Look, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still missing. He's now 16 years old. He was 15 years old when he went missing. Male, white, brown hair, brown eyes, 5'5", 120 pounds. Missing since February 25th, 2024 from his Stafford Court residence in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I just wish people, if they think they see Sebastian, would not only call 911 and advise location after taking photo of said person they think is Sebastian, what area they're in, if they have the law enforcement there on the phone maybe, and they are unaware, tell them to Google Sebastian Rogers or pull up the Amber Alert of Sebastian Rogers, because he does have an Amber Alert, right? In the meantime, at least follow where he may be going, or in any nearby apartments or stores or, houses, shelters, anything. If you feel you can't and don't have time to follow, then damn, yell out the window, "Sebastian!" If he responds or looks, it might be him. It might not, but it might be. And if he don't look, well, it still might be. Maybe he just didn't hear you. But the likelihood that it is probably very slim if he don't look. You got to use some common sense, right? But if you ain't got time, I'm sorry, for a missing child, then you can't take an extra 5 minutes. Maybe you shouldn't even be following any news, any media, or any postings. Because if you can't handle real life situations, or you don't care enough to check something out that's this important, only to cause a ruckus or a distraction, more like a distraction, and take others' time, then I said it is what it is to take others' time. What if it was your child and someone saw them? What about that? And maybe that child needed help, but somebody just kept going because they didn't have time. Do you think that's an excuse? I'm just wondering. Do better, people. Do better. Now, I'm going to tell you what I really think, because it could be him. It could have been him. Sure, very possible. And don't worry, his daddy went to see. He always does. And if he could find any leads or anything to rule his child out, because he's always holding on to hope, holding out for hope, unlike just sitting there or going on living life, in my opinion, hope against all hope, But I think if you will just notice every single time people talk about something else, such as these 2 little kids in Canada, boom, there's Sebastian sightings, distraction, actually more like, again, distraction. I don't know. But it's mighty convenient, in my opinion, however, and still has to be followed and still has to be looked at, because what if? Man, someone knows where Sebastian is, and someone knows what happened to him February 25th, 2024. And guess what? He didn't just walk out that door. Someone needs to come clean and stop this insanity, because that's what it is, insanity. Now, I still haven't heard any updates until I was reading something a while ago. And this I was reading come from a very reliable source. Well, I don't even think it's really a source. Not my source anyway. But I was reading it. A very reliable person, I should say. And she says, what I know, Seth did go. Seth did go. I know when he went, matter of fact. But here's the thing. Nobody heard anything. I guess it was one big disappointment. But this person, and I know she's in the know, posted. Because I was going to say it was probably a dead end. Why nobody heard anything. But Seth goes no matter what. No matter how far, how wide, and how slim the possibility, he goes. But guess what? I just saw this sighting of Sebastian, or this so-called picture, was over a month old. Really? That's what he found out? It was over a month old? Well, the person that put that out, you're a fucking dog. I'm just telling you. You are. I'm sorry. Yet, Katie and Chris, they already knew. They go, nope, it's not him. One, I heard allegedly Katie said, it's not him, and didn't give it a second thought. And Chris said, he would be bigger. How does he know that? Nobody knows what God made us to be, or in the future, health-wise, what may stunt your growth, or anything else, for that matter, unless Chris and Katie is positive 1,000% that every photo that comes through a month, past or present, is not going to be Sebastian, because they already know 1,000% what happened to Sebastian under their roof and Katie's care on February 25th, 2024. And then, I want to tell y'all something else. This guest on Crime Time Buzz, if you didn't see it, go over it and watch it last night. Crime Time Buzz had her on her channel last night. And she swears, there's even a FOIA that Crime Time Buzz shows she got. A FOIA, police record, for those that don't know. Got her on her channel last night, and she swears she saw Chris and Katie and this older couple in Oregon not long after Sebastian vanished, right? But TBI or Sumner County didn't go check that out. Okay? She knew of from what I gathered now. But at night did, or the investigator, somebody from that team did. Let me ask y'all something. Because I never paid much attention to that. I heard about the Oregon stuff and all that. But I never paid much attention to it until last night. But let's play some what ifs, since all this is speculation and in our opinions and all that, okay? What if it was them? And what if it was set up? Has anybody checked to see if the fifth wheel was there the entire time at the campground? Or what about that 17 hours that was missing? Was that enough time to go swap out another one in Oregon? Hell, I don't know. That's not my job. That's not what I do, actually. Now, set all that aside for a minute. Swears that was Chris and Katie there, with an older man and an older woman, kind of grayish hair, like whatever. Oh, and remember, Chris told Seth, if you want to find your son, go to church. Well, that pond is on what? Something Church Road over in Oregon? Huh. Kind of funny, isn't it? Let's set all that aside for a minute. Could that older couple possibly, what if, be the same older couple that was with them in the Longhorn Steakhouse in Gallatin, Tennessee? The other night I told you about, that I was told about? What if? Y'all see how things kind of go together sometimes? Now, nothing's factual, but what if? What if all this goes together somehow or another? And it all ties into Sebastian. Think about that for a minute. Sometimes we don't know anything until these what if pieces fit together. By the way, why no cameras allegedly at the home when Katie worked and installed for Brinks and lived in almost $1 million house, as well as no Ring doorbell camera, where she stayed all alone with Sebastian weeks and months on end when her husband worked out of town? Yet, on this fifth wheel in a campground, he has a camera on the door of the fifth wheel. Please make it make sense. We want the truth. We can handle the truth. Everyone wants the truth. We demand the truth. Where is Sebastian? And Sumner County, why can't he be found? It's your jurisdiction. It's your job. When a child goes missing, it's your job to do everything you can in your power to find them. But even more important than that, it's up to you. You took an oath to uphold the law and do the right thing and bring justice. Where's the justice in this case? I know you're not complete idiots, so my question to you is, if you can't find Sebastian, I know you know what happened. Are you going to bring justice, or are you going to hope it never happens again? You know, like they do with pedophiles. Hope it never happens again. Hope with these serial things, it never happens again. Just hope on a wing and a prayer. Wake up, wake up, wake up, Sumner County. People is tired, and people are not Seth Rogers trying to make nice. I'm not people either, and I'm not trying to make nice or conversation with badges. I respect and I back the badges, and there are people out there that respect and back the badges and back the blue. But people are tired of the bullshit. Let's get real. I know, I've been told from your own community. And sometimes the one who really tries the hardest, the ones on your staff I'm speaking of, try their hardest and want to make it happen, I always have that one who's pulling the strings, holier than thou, saying, no, no, not yet, no, no, no. Well, you could, knowing damn well you could, but it has to be you, don't it? You? I'm not naming nobody. I'm just saying. There's one in there, I'm sure, somewhere. There's one everywhere. This is enough. Enough is enough. Everybody wants to know where's Sebastian Rogers. I'm sorry. For the sake of Seth, everybody has kept their mouth shut. I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut. I want to know where Sebastian is. Your community does. I know, I have the emails. People's tired of it. Where is Sebastian? Why can't you find Sebastian Rogers and bring him home? My God, you've had Secret Service, military, but you can find the dope head down the road. You can find the thief coming out of Walmart. You can find the escapee out of jail. This is enough. Do something or say something. Someone. Come out. Say something. Let people know what your intentions are. If you have no intentions, tell people. I can tell you the community would love nothing more than this case to be resolved. It's your job. You took an oath. And anyone else, if you know anything about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers or his whereabouts or anyone involved, don't fear. Come forward and do the right thing. Call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Thank you.